Now, I'm sure you are already a great friend, but there's always room for improvement, right? That is why today we're going to be talking about how to be a better friend. This is something that I've been trying to do lately, do more of, because I think I'm a pretty good friend now, and I love my friends and I want to be the best friend that I can be to them. So I was like, what can I do to improve, to make my friendships better so that I can be there for them more, so that I can really make sure that I'm being the best friend that I can be. So watch this video to find out how you can become a better friend. The first thing that we can do to be a better friend is not turning the conversation onto ourselves. And by this, I mean when we ask them a question like, how have you been lately? Or how was your day today? And they start talking and they say, oh, it's been great, this and that. And then they say something that actually relates to you and something that you're like, oh, I had that too. Instead of saying, oh my gosh, me too. Like, I had that same experience, something similar, and then going off on a tangent about yourself. Just let them finish what they were saying. Let them finish out about their day, about the experience they're telling you about, without interrupting and turning the conversation to yourself, because this is so easy to do. And I think that I do this a lot, and it's something I'm trying to be way more mindful of, because it's kind of rude when they're trying to tell you something and you just stop them and say, me too, or yeah, I did that too, or oh, listen to this experience that I have, me. Just let them finish what they have to say, and then after they're done, maybe they'll ask you. They'll turn around and say, how was your day? Or what have you been up to lately? And then you can talk about yourself. The second thing we can do to become a better friend is be empathetic and be compassionate. Maybe they had a rough day or going through a really hard time and they're telling you about the struggles and the trials that they're going through. Maybe you can't totally relate to them, and maybe you think you have really good advice for them. First thing I would say to do is let them finish. And don't try to fix their problem. Don't offer up all this advice if they're not asking you for it, because maybe they don't want your advice. They just want you to really listen. So maybe you can just listen and say, I'm sorry that you're going through this. I can't personally imagine what it would be like. I can't relate, but I feel for you and I'm here for you. Just something simple like that, instead of trying to fix their problem or instead of trying to come up with a perfect solution. Third thing we can do to be a better friend is check up on your friends. For example, oftentimes I'll just be going throughout my day doing my regular stuff, and one of my friends will pop into my head totally out of the blue. And I'm like, that's weird. I'm thinking, I just thought about them. I'm like, oh, maybe I should text them and see how they're doing. So in that moment when I have that random thought, I just send a quick text. Hey, I was just thinking about you, because I hope you're doing well. We should get together soon. Just a simple, quick text like that. And I think that's a really good way to be a good friend, because it shows that you are thinking about them. It shows that you really care about them. And it's just something, who doesn't like to get a nice, friendly text from your friend every once in a while? I don't know. I do. And I'm sure that your friends would too. The fourth thing that we can do to be a better friend is not being on our phone. It is so easy to get with your friends or with a group of people and everyone just turns to their device. This happens all the time, but something you can work on to be a better friend is just leaving that aside. And if they're having a conversation with you, instead of being on your phone and yeah, oh cool, like scrolling or doing something on your phone while they're talking to you, it doesn't make them feel like you're actually listening or that you actually care what they're talking about. So put your phone aside, look them in the eyes, and give them your undivided attention. The fifth thing we can do to be a better friend is be honest with them. If they ask you a question, whether it's about their outfit, about how they acted in a certain situation, if they're like, does this look really bad? Or was I kind of rude to that person? Instead of telling them what they want to hear, which is maybe, oh, you look great, or no, you weren't rude, like they just took you the wrong way. Be honest with them. You want to be that friend that they know they can go to and get real, honest feedback and advice from, because you don't want to be that friend that just tells them everything they want to hear, but you want to be that friend that tells them what they really need to hear to help them become a better person as well. The last thing I want to talk about today with how to be a better friend is just ask. Sit down with your friends and say, hey, I've been trying really hard to be a better friend lately. What can I do to be a better friend to you? What do you need from me in order for me to be that great friend to you? And see what they have to say. Maybe they have some great feedback for you on how you can be a better friend to them. It doesn't hurt to ask. In fact, it might be a really healthy thing and even help build your friendship even stronger just because you're asking. Those are all the tips I wanted to cover today with how to be a better friend. I hope that you start to apply them today. Let me know in the comments below which tip is your favorite, one that you often find yourself doing, one that you're going to start doing, or etc. Let me know in the comments below, and I hope that you start to become a better friend today for all of those wonderful people that you love. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you next time.